A hate crime is any criminal offense which is recognized by the victim to be influenced by antagonism or discrimination based on persons, order, race, or sexual preference. For example, we have verbal abuse, offensive calls, harassments, criminal damage, arsons, murder.
Terrific story is unfolding tonight as the war between Hamas and Israel appears to be fueling tensions here at home. A 71-year-old man charged with a hate crime after the fatal stabbing of a 6-year-old boy. His mother was also seriously injured. Police say both were targeted by the suspect for being Muslim. Here's ABC's Alex Perche.
Tonight, 6-year-old Wadia Al-Fayumi brutally stabbed to death, his mother in serious condition after an alleged hate crime believed to be motivated by the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. Sheriff's deputies say their landlord, 71-year-old Joseph Zuba, targeted his tenants inside their home simply because they were Muslim.
She said,
according to Megan Sullivan, hate crimes involves a person's characteristics such as their skin color, race, religion, sexual orientation, or even the victim's country of origin. Critics oppose the hate crimes law. Psychological research will help in understanding the difference between each race of people, and it will also motivate people to stop the hate crime. Hate crimes often stem from deeply ingrained prejudice and discrimination, which refer to preconceived attitude toward individuals based on their race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, or other characteristics. Ignorance and misunderstanding can lead to biases, stereotype, fear, and hospitality toward those perceived as different due to a lack of knowledge about different cultures, religion, or lifestyles. Hate crimes often stem from intolerance and fear toward perceived others, which can lead to a rejection of diversity and a desire to maintain the status. Group dynamics and peer influence can significantly shape an individual's behavior and beliefs, leading to an instance of hate crimes for acceptance or conformity to group ideologies. Sometimes people commit hate crimes because of group dynamics and peer influence. They will commit such crimes in order to be a member of a group or to be accepted by other people. Also, having a group dynamics can influence and change someone's belief and behavior that will lead them to become more biased. Economic disparities and social inequality are just one of the factors why people are motivated to commit such crime. Being different is such term and having unequal treatments can be frustrating on some people. It can be the cause why people feel untreated and commit physical assault on other people. Also, people are always looking at someone else's level in society. If it doesn't reach their standards, some of them will discriminate and be prejudiced against them. Economic factors such as economic disparities and resource competitions can lead to hostilities and hate crimes, as individuals or groups may be targeted due to frustration or perceived threats. Hate crimes are often motivated by extreme ideologies that promote hatred, superiority, or exclusions, often fueled by political or religious beliefs and applied through online platforms or extremist groups.
Hate crime can lead to several harmful consequences to the victim. It can negatively affect not just their physical health, but especially their mental and social health. Some of the effects of hate crimes are flashed on the screen. These are the negative effects of hate crime in our health. First is the negative effect on our mental health. Experiencing prejudice, bullying, and discrimination can traumatize a person. It can make them overthink, feel stressed, and unappreciated that can only lead them to have a mental health issues such as depression, PTSD, anxiety, or worse, they will attempt suicide. It can also affect them physically, especially if people actually hurt them. It is already considered a crime. In this case, victims are being hit or beaten by the people who hate them. It can give them some injuries, leave a scar, and worse, it could kill them. Aside from all of that, it can also affect their social health. Feeling embarrassed and ashamed of themselves can increase their confidence or low self esteem. Being traumatized and offended will make it hard for them to trust people easily. It can also cause them to be isolated from crowds or having social isolation issues. It only shows how negative hate crime can affect some people, especially the targeted victims.
First, the national government should make a national law about hate crime to give justice to the people who have been its victims. Second, having a national organization is a big help to stop hate crime forever because by simple working together and teaching other people to love other races, even if it's different from them, is a big impact on the world. Third, parents should be the first to teach good manners. One of each is not to mock or bully the people around them, especially those who are different from him or her. And lastly, the love for others comes from within a person. They must be open to the fact that there are people who are not the same as them and they must accept it.
Hate crime victims experience different kind of bad effects due to the traumatic experience. It was also observed that hate crime might also happen because of personal victimization. It also shows that even those who didn't experience being a victim of hate crime in the community also suffered from PTSD because of the increasing level of fear for their personal and their family's safety. Communities become more careful and vigilant to protect themselves, especially members of a targeted ethnic identity community from people that committing hate crimes. Hate crimes are horrible acts motivated by prejudice that target someone because of their race, religion, ethnicity, or other protected traits. In order to effectively combat hate crimes, a multimodal strategy that incorporates community involvement, legislative actions, and education is needed to promote diversity and tolerance. To create a safer and more peaceful future, societies must band together in the fight against hate and foster empathy and understanding.
According to Audre Lorde, it's not our differences that separate us, but rather the inability to love and accept those differences. As an Asian, we are generally open to accepting foreigners in our country, but when we venture to other countries, especially in Europe and South America, we often face discrimination and hate crimes. I just hope that people of other cultures will learn to understand and wholeheartedly accept our differences in any aspect of life. Let's think of each other as unique and special and appreciate it accordingly.